Hey people! So I have a confession to make. You know that video I posted like over a year ago making an LPS display? Well, my LPS have kind of sat up there that entire time and have collected some dust. So I think it's about time I get to them and clean them off and clean off the shelves. And while I'm at it, I might as well clean my entire LPS collection, right? I don't know why I do these things to myself, but I just think it would be so nice to have clean LPS because they have been sitting in a box for a long time and they have not been tended to for years. I did clean I cleaned my whole collection like years and years ago and made a video on it, but it's been forever since they've been cleaned and fixed up, and even my mascot, she's looking a little rough. So I want to go through and give them all a good cleaning. The current state of the shelves doesn't look bad from afar, but then as soon as you get close you can see all kinds of like dust and hair, especially on the bottom shelf. Don't even get me started on down there. But yeah, and it's on the pets and I'm fearing for them. Like he's got lots of hair on his head there. They need some cleaning, they need some help. And then right down here I've got all of my LPS that aren't on display, and there's tons of them in here that also have scuffs and marks and just need a good little scrub down. As long as I can get some of the initial like dirt off of them, that's all I'm going for really. So I am gonna start with the display pets first, and then I will move on to the boxed pets. Let's just go ahead and get started. I fear this is going to take me a long time, so I need to just get with it, get to it, get it done. Let's go. I think the best way to go about this is to just start from the top and work in sections. So I'm just gonna take this top row off, put them in a basket, and get them cleaned and dust off the shelf. Oh, somebody's accessory just fell off onto the floor. Of course. I'm just gonna go ahead and take off this entire top part so that I can clean underneath them and get them all cleaned up. I'm gonna try to stay out of the shot here because I prefer not to get in the way of the camera, but it may be a little hard to like tell how much dust is up here. Okay, so there's a better look from this angle. It's still a little hard to tell on the camera how much dust there is, but there is quite a lot of dust, and this is just the top shelf, so it'll probably become even more visible as I go. But first I'm just going to wipe it down with a paper towel. Wow. Now I'll take a disinfectant wipe and do the same thing. I do have the shelves glued down, so I have to just kind of go underneath them to wipe. Unfortunately, it's a little difficult here, but as long as I get it pretty good. Now that I've got that top part all nice and clean, it is time to work on the pets. I love these little guys. Oh my gosh. So at first I'm not going to do anything like too extensive. I'm just going to rub them down with a disinfectant wipe. So this part is probably going to be sped up for you guys. Here is my pile here, and I'm just going to go straight into it, starting with the little Comic Con hippo. He's been needing a cleaning for a long time. You can especially see like the back of his head and the rust on his neck. Oh my gosh, poor guy. I've had him forever, so he definitely shows it. I don't think a scrubbing is going to do too much for him, but I'm sure we'll get some of that initial dirt off, and maybe I can get some of the rust. He is one that I definitely want to work a little more intensely on, so I'm going to set him aside along with some other pets that I would want to clean a little better. This pet is pretty clean, so I'm just going to give her a little scrub down. If they have accessories on like this, as long as they're pretty clean, I'm not going to worry about it. Mostly I'm just trying to get the dust off that has kind of set on them. I'm not going in any particular order, I'm just kind of grabbing and going. I definitely need to get more like little glass cases for some of my pets because I want them to stay in good condition, or at least, you know, the condition that they are in. This girl has had it rough. You can see her scuffings all over. So I'm gonna put her in the pile of like, want to fix up better, because I can definitely paint her nose and her muzzle, and I may even be able to fix her ears a little bit. We've got a fluffy head here. I love this zebra. He's so pretty. But I don't know what's the best way. Oh, fly! Woo! Get away! Oh my gosh, it's landed on my LPS. Sorry, I kind of freaked out there a little bit. You know what? I'm just gonna give it a dusting. Glitter pet. I definitely don't want to mess up any of her glitter, so I'm going to avoid touching it. Guys, I am so sad because this pet was in really great condition when I first got him, and he's not bad necessarily, but like his color is kind of turning off. I don't know if the camera is picking it up or not, but he's kind of turning like yellow, and I don't understand because I haven't even played with him much. Like, he's mostly been display, but his plastic is just turning colors, so I don't think there's anything really that can be done about that. I am going to try to get him like a little cube to go in, and maybe that will kind of help the coloration from changing, and I just need to do that with all of the white pets, to be honest, because they tend to do this and I don't know how to stop that. So if you know how to stop like white pets from turning a different color, could you let me know in the comments, please, and thank you. I've got my first fuzzy pet to clean, and actually this was one of the main reasons that I wanted to do this, because my fuzzy pets mean a lot to me and they are collecting dust. I don't know how well the camera is picking it up, but she's got dust all over her, and so I think the best way to clean that off that I can think of is to use a lint roller, like part of a lint roller, and just be very gentle as I pick some of the dust and hair off of the bunny. I believe I was able to get a lot of the hair and dust off of her, but I don't feel safe putting her back up on the display, so I'm going to put her in a closed display until I can find something else to put her in, but she looks better. So we are on the next shelf now. There are all kinds of little hairs all on this shelf, so I definitely need to get these pets off and get them into a clean environment. I have no idea how this happened, but just from wiping, I have started chipping the paint. So now I'm gonna have to paint over that. Oh my gosh. Batch number 2, let's go. This is one of the main pets that I noticed the dust collecting on. You can see how bad that is, and that's how basically all of the pets look. It was just more visible on him since he's a darker colored pet. Another example of like why I'm going through this. Also, look at that rust. Ew, I gotta fix him. He looks so much better. I was able to get the rest out of his neck, and yes, he looks so nice now. I love him. So this one I'm actually also going to take off the display because I display some pets like throughout my room, and she's one that I'm gonna display on my dresser because I want to collect all the lambs and put them all up here so I can see all of the lammies. I do not know what is on his face, but it looks like some glue or something. I don't think that came from me. I guess I maybe got him like that, but I'm trying to scrape it off and it's not coming off, so I think I'm gonna put him in the extensive pile and try to figure out how to scrape that off of him. This poor girlie has some scuffing on her face, and I also used the Kinetitite in her ear, and there's also some on her neck for some reason, so I'm gonna put her in the extensive and try to get her fixed up. I had a couple customs on display up there, and I'm just going to be gentle with them, but they also need some cleaning because of the dust that collected on them. These are not my customs, by the way. I bought them. So I did have this pet up there, and while she doesn't need any cleaning because she's in the box, her box needs some cleaning because of course it collected some dust. I have a couple more fuzzy pets that need a good lint rolling. Again, I'm going to separate these two so that doesn't happen to them. Again, I want to keep them in the best condition that I can. Next up is this row of pets, and this is when you can really see like the hair piling on the pets. Yeah, the closer they get to the ground, the worse it is. I live with dogs, and when you have dogs, it's impossible to not get hair everywhere. Wow. Look at that. This poor guy. Guys, I'm so clumsy, but thankfully she's okay. Oh, okay. Moving on to the next pile of pets here. Here is unfortunately another case of like when I would put kinetotype on the pets, she's got yellow staining above her eyes and on her ears. I don't know if I can get that off or not, but I'm going to try. Here is that red panda that I showed earlier. So what I'm gonna do for his fluff, would you please focus? Oh my gosh. Life of an LPS tuber, let me tell ya. I'm just gonna lint roll his tail the same way that I lint roll the flocked pets. And hopefully that will get off all the unnecessary stuff all over his tail. I think it's working. There we go. He looks better now. And I have another fuzzy pet here that needs some cleaning. It is not as visible on him. I don't know if he got it like not as bad or if it's just because he's a darker color than the other ones. But isn't he so adorable? Oh my gosh, the fuzzy pets are so precious. Somehow at some point this girl got really scuffed. I believe we got her like this because I don't remember us scuffing her. But I do think I can fix her up a little bit. Here are 3 pets that actually were not on my display, but they are in really rough shape. So starting with this one, we've had this pet for so long and she was played with so much that her plastic got really discolored, and so we thought the best way to cover that up was to paint around her. And honestly, the idea is really cute, but the execution is not it. So I am just gonna try to fix her up, I guess, the best I can. Don't know how well that's gonna work out. And then this one is another childhood pet. He spins all the way around and his head kind of just like forever tilts this way. But I think that I can clean him up some, at least better than this. And third pet is this girl, which she looks really cool. I love the like nicks that we did in her ear, so I definitely want to keep her like baddie look, but I just want to clean her up and fix the eyeliner. If I can get the eyeliner off, I don't even know if I can get it off, but if I can get it off, I will try to repaint it better and just make her look, try to make her look better. I did a little bit of scrubbing with a disinfectant wipe, and this is what I was able to get off of these two. I didn't even realize that her original highlights were gone and I had painted over them. So when I went over with the disinfectant wipe, they just came right off. So yeah, she kind of looks a little scary right now, but I'm kind of living for it. This is what they're looking like, and I'm gonna try to get the rest of the white off. It's time for the shelf that I'm a little embarrassed to show you. So this is the bottom shelf, and it has collected a lot of dust and hair all over. So Yeah, it's looking rough, but that's why I'm here. And I will clean up these pets. And my jumbos are in a really rough condition, so they need a lot of help. Let's just get right into it. I feel like I say that every time. So I'm gonna start with my jumbos. So these ones got a lot of hair on them. This is a custom I made forever ago, and I kind of wish I came up with a different design because I'm not really feeling it anymore, but it is what it is. I am not going to go through the process of removing all of this paint just to repaint it. This one is so adorable. I love the dachshunds and the jumbo pets. I wish I had... I don't know if there's just one more or how many there are, but I wish I had more. There's a lot of scuffs on it, so I think I'm gonna put it in the pile of like needs extra help so I can get some of those off. This one, poor girl, has something sticky on her head. That is so nasty. How did that even get there? As you can see, she has a lot of marks on her, so she's also gonna go in the bin of needs more help. And she has this pink, like, lipstick that maybe I tried to put on her. Gotta clean off my new in-box pets. I got this panda for $5 at the flea market. I thought that was such a steal. He's so cute. And finally, I have the teensies, which the jar just needs wiped down on this. The little babies. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? So this is where I'm going to take a pause for the day, but this is what I've got in my basket so far of guys that need cleaned better or just need some paint fixed up or whatever, so wish me luck. These ones are going to be the tough ones. It is day 2 of cleaning my LPS, and I'm going to go ahead and get through this basket because they are priority to get them all fixed up. So I'm going to start with them first. I'm going to start with the big pet because I feel like that I feel like she'll be easier to get the scuffs off of without like removing any of her paint. So let's just get some nail polish remover here. And oh my gosh, look at all of that dirt coming off of her. That's insane. I think I need a bigger like cotton ball. Okay, I've got a bigger cotton ball here for the big portion of the back of her head. That's already looking so much cleaner. You can see the like distinct line from the clean and the not clean, and even the clean part still can look cleaner than that. But I'm gonna go back through with a smaller Q-tip for that. Now I'm gonna go for the body a little bit. Any of these big parts that don't have any factory paint on them, just have to be careful here. And I'm not a very careful person, I'm very clumsy. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of this off camera and show you what she looks like in the end. Actually, I want to show you the face first because I feel like that will be a pretty big difference here. Let's see. Let's just start with this big orange mark here. Oh, that came off easy. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this Q-tip is destroyed already within seconds. Look at that. Wow. Wonder if this like marker will come off on her lips. Probably it will have to soak in some acne cream. Yeah, it's not coming off, but all this dirt is coming off. Oh, wow. This is so fun. To see her actual color underneath. Wow. So I think this cat was a bigger project than I was expecting, so I'm going to come back to her later, but I do have some progress done on her. I did scuff her paint a little bit right here, which I should have expected. I'm so clumsy, But yeah, she is looking cleaner, but you can still see all of the like lines where the dirt hasn't been cleaned, and that's because it's nearer to the paint and I want to be as careful as I can. So yeah, I will come back to her later and hopefully be able to figure that out. Whoa, I don't know if there's any helping that. This is going to be the next pet I'm going to focus on. So I really want to get all of this white paint off of her, and also these like Sharpie eyelashes, and just get her cleaned up as best as I can. So let's try this. Okay, I take it back. I'm going to soak her in some hot water to get this paint off of her. Next pet that needs some help, so I don't know if I can do much to her, but we're gonna try something here. I wasn't able to do much with the nail polish remover because I'm too scared of hurting her paint. I will put some acne cream on the spots that can't come up, like the kinetitite stain, and there's some pink marker on her. So I will try to get that off with some acne cream, and then I will go into like trying to repaint her and fix her up. Next up though is the old Great Dane that definitely has been through it. So let's see if I can get some marks off and any of this discoloration. So I can see that a lot of this is not dirt and it is just the color of his skin now. There is some coming off though. And I scuffed his paint a little bit on his ear, but it's not like he hasn't already had like a horrible scuffing on his ears, so honestly I don't care that much. So these last three pets that I just showed, this one, the purple short hair, and the orange short hair are going to be the focuses of this video because they need the most help. I was able to get some of the stuff off of him, but I did scuff his ear even more, so I'm just gonna stop for now because I just keep scuffing him and I definitely don't want to make him even worse. Yeah, so this is what he's looking like. I found out why his head tilts, and it is because his head broke and I somehow super glued his peg back into his body. So I think this poor guy needs a peg swap, if that's even possible, because I used super glue to glue it back in his head. Let's try to behead him and see what happens. I've got him in hot water, but I really don't think this is gonna work because I super glued it. Here goes nothing. So I think I'm gonna just try to take his head, take the peg like out of his head. Oh, uh-oh. I think what happened is what I feared would happen, and that is that the peg just snapped in half. This is how his head broke originally, and then we super glued it like that. I don't know if it's possible to get that out. Oh my gosh. If not, then he's just gonna have to be super glued back on like this. Oh goodness. This is just a mess. Well, I tried getting that out of there, and there's absolutely no hope of getting that out unless I wanted to cut his neck. So basically I decapitated him for entirely no reason, because now I'm just going to have to super glue it back on. This is just so sad. Well, I'm just going to move on to the other pets and focus on him later. So I'm just trying to get all the pets done that need some nail polish remover. This pet I am going to be really careful with, and if I can't get all of the marks off, it's fine. I just want to get these like really noticeable ones. Why won't this mark come off? Here are all of the pets after I went through and got some scuffs and marks off of them. I didn't try too hard because I didn't want to remove any of their factory paint, but if it was in an area that wasn't near any paint, I took it off. So now I'm just going to separate the ones that need some acne cream put on them. I don't know how well the cream is going to work on the kinetitite spots, but I'm trying it out, and I might as well just put some on him too, since he had some pink marker situation going on. I don't even know if he is fixable at this point. And now I'm just gonna set them outside in the sun. I don't know if it's gonna rain today or not, but if it starts raining, I'll come get them. Also putting this girl out here next to the others. On to the next jumbo pet. It has all kinds of marks on it, and it is also really dirty. It isn't in as bad of shape as the cat. Even the peg looks a lot cleaner and a lot nicer, but definitely still needs some fixing up. Okay, you guys, look who's back. So it might be a little too early to start scrubbing, but I already noticed that some of the paint was coming off and I want to get it off of here. Oh, okay. That makes sense why we did the white. Originally, we used some Sharpie to give her a black outline over her ears, and then we covered that with the white paint. It all makes sense now. I'm gonna let her go into the water for a round 2 to get this even more softened. Here's my pretty girl, which just needs some wipes with a disinfectant wipe, and I'm gonna fix up her nose and give her a new pink nose. Now I'm going to paint the pets that need a little fixing, like the ones that have their noses chipped and whatever. So I've got all my paint here, blacks, whites, pinks. That's all that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to go ahead and get started on the pets that need black fixing up first. This whole snout needs painted freaking crap. Here is just an overview of this pet after I took some of the paint off. Some of it was very stubborn and will not come off, so I'm hoping that some of that will just come off with acne cream, because previously when I did this there was stubborn paint that ended up coming off with some acne cream. But we also put Sharpie on the tip of her ears. So I'm going to also soak that in acne cream, and I'm going to put her with the other pets outside. I'm so sad with the way that she looks, but I'm going to try to get her fixed up as best as I can. So this guy has been sitting outside 3 days in a row. I mean, I would bring him in at nighttime, but he has definitely gotten lighter in color, and like some pink whatever that was on him has come off, so he's looking a lot better. Of course, the biggest thing is that his head has popped off, so I'm going to try to glue it back on and hope that I get it at an angle where his head can still move, which is what he was before. I wish I hadn't messed with him. many days in the sun with acne cream, this is what this kitty is looking like. I almost cannot recognize her. She looks so much better. You can't see the Sharpie very much anymore. You can still see it on this eye a bit, but it looks so much better. I tried getting that off, but 3 days in the sun and it still would not come off. So I think that is just as light as it's going to get, but it's pretty much completely gone from this side. I can't see it, and it's barely visible on the ears. And I also was able to get a lot of dirt off of her, or whatever the heck it was. I don't know. She had all kinds of like gray spots on her, but she looks so much better now. There's still some white paint on her feet and a little on her tail that will not come off, but it's not a big deal, especially if I'm able to paint over them. I think she's gonna end up looking so beautiful, and I'm really happy with how she's looking. So I had this girl out in the sun with acne cream on her to try to get some kinetitite off of her eye that was like right here, and actually I was able to get a lot of dirt off of her, and the kinetitite pretty much came off. It looks a lot better now. And yeah, she's in rough shape, but I think I can fix her up. I am finally done cleaning all of the pets. Well, not all of the pets. You remember at the beginning of the video when I said that I had a huge like basket of LPS that I was gonna clean? Yeah, so I'm not gonna be getting to those right now. This video has already taken up a lot of work and a lot of time, and is a lot longer than I was expecting it to be. I should have like expected that it was going to be a lot of work, but I didn't. So this video was definitely just focusing on the pets that are on the display shelf, but I finished with them, and I'm going to show you some of the biggest transformations, the pets that I showed you towards like the middle of this video. I don't really know what the timeline is going to be, but I think it was like the middle that I said that we would focus on. So I'm going to show you the transformation of those pets. So first of all, we have this girly. She looks so much cleaner and so much better. I cannot even believe her transformation. She was so dirty in the beginning and just really didn't like the way that she was looking. So I completely cleaned her up and sat her outside. I redid her piercings, and I redid like the eyeliner on the bottom of her eye, and she looks so good now. The star doesn't look perfect, but it was probably the best that I could do, and I think that it matches enough, especially from afar. You don't really notice it. So yeah, she looks a lot better, and I think she's so cool. I don't think I realized how much work was cut out for me when I was doing this jumbo cat. She was in really rough shape, and she still is. There's definitely parts that are messed up about her, especially like her chewed tail and stuff, but I think she looks definitely a lot better than she did before. A lot of the scratches are removed or covered up. I had to completely repaint her ears and her paws, and I think I did a pretty good job color matching. I had to repaint the nose. I painted black and white in the eyes, and yeah, so she is still really dirty in some spots, but I didn't want to accidentally remove her factory paint, so I just didn't bother with the dirt that was too close to her paint. overall she looks a lot better. Next up is this guy. I thought for the longest time that he was unsavable and he was just too far gone. And I was wrong. I think he looks so much better. He actually looks really good to me, like compared to how he looked before. I cannot even believe it. I think that I did a good job color matching the paint, and he just looks cleaner, and his head does still like tilt to the side, but I feel like it's not as bad anymore. There is something really weird about this pet. I've noticed like his back leg is shorter than the rest of them, so he doesn't stand quite normal. He kind of wobbles, but I think that's kind of cute. It's like his little personality coming through. Finally is this orange cat. I thought she was a goner for sure, but I was actually able to remove a lot of the paint and a lot of the Sharpie. She's been through a lot of changes, but she looks almost like unrecognizable, like compared to what she looked like before. I'm so happy with how she came out. And yeah, I think she's really cute. I decided to add this little flower here to kind of cover up the little bit of Sharpie that was still visible, and I think it's really cute and gives her a little bit of personality. I color matched the yellow to fix up the paint around her eye and her tail and her feet, and I think it's barely noticeable that I did that. Yeah, she just looks really adorable and I'm so happy with it. This is proof that you can fix up your pets no matter what condition they're in. There is a way to save them and to make them look very cute. All of the other pets on my shelf look so much better and cleaner and everything now, and a lot of them have like little paint chips that are fixed up now, including my very own Lightning. I fixed up her little nose here, so now she actually has a nose. Before she was just bald. But yeah, she looks so much cuter now, and I gave her a new little outfit on here. I love the little sticker that I put on her leg. But yeah, she's so cute now. And thank you so much for watching this video and joining me along for the journey. It was definitely a long time in the process. I had to let those pets sit out in the sun for like over a week. But I think it was worth it. They look so good and I'm very happy with how they came out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye!